If you've been struggling to get property investments, then this little hack is just what you need. So I'm not going to be telling you how to use Rightmove, where to be doing it, your criteria. I'm going to make the assumption that you already know that, otherwise you can watch one of the other videos. Let's just jump into Rightmove here. And the reason I really like this little hack for 2023 especially is where the market's been going. So through COVID, it was crazy. Things were selling like that. But the downsides, of course, were how long it ended up taking through the legal process. It's absolutely killing and mind-blowing. And people were promised by agents, oh, we'll sell this in a couple of months. It's absolutely fine. But now, of course, people have started having down valuations. People have had a lot of buyers having crazy second thoughts because of the interest rates fluctuations last year. Now, the great thing is the interest rates have stabilized and started actually coming down for the long-term fixes. But buyers have been taking longer. A lot of people have been pulling out. So I wanted to give that premise first. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to search a property. Let's say, I don't know, let's go for LS9 in Leeds for sale. So LS9, let's say within half a mile, should we say, and we're going to try to find these properties. Then what we're going to do is go over to filters and we're going to say include under offer and sold subject to contract. Now you'll notice there, if I click that off again, it was 498 results going up to 922 results. Then you can click done. And now it's showing 922. We're then going to do the highest price and actually we're going to click sort there and go oldest listed. And then you want to narrow it down to your property type. So for example, I look for semi-detached and terrace, minimum 2-bedroom properties and maximum 4-bedroom properties. Now I'll tell you why in a second. I might then narrow down the price points of between 80 and 140,000 just to really narrow it down. Now I've got that down to 150 properties right now. Ignore the featured properties and you can see here, Glensdale Road, sold subject to contract, added, apparently in 2016. We can ignore that one. But what about this? Carnac Road, 130 grand, added on the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022, not sold. This is in March 2022, sold subject to contract, etc. Now, this is a great example. Bayswater, they sold it, Bayswater Crescent. It's a 2-bed LS8. And it's sold or listed last March and still hasn't completed according to this agent. Now, this is going to be the perfect one. Why would I bother if it's sold subject to contract? Well, what I would do is I'd immediately call up, I'd download the list from Rightmove and call every single one that has been on the market, sold subject to contract for more than 3 months. If it's been there for over 3 months, the vendor will be getting so annoyed with what's going on with the buyer. Maybe there's been a down valuation, maybe there's been some issues, and then you will be able to go in there and say, hey, look, I can get this done quickly. If you're a cash buyer, even better. I'm going to be a bit of a discount maybe, or I can offer X amount to get my return. Are they going to be open if I can complete in the next month or so? And you will then, out of 100, maybe get 15 to 20. Do you know what? The buyer has been messing around, or we have been coming across some complications. I definitely want to have that. And this is an area of the market I guarantee most people will not be looking at all that you can take advantage of. So I've opened up this up in a single tab. Then the next thing I'm going to do is put this property into our analyzer. Now, I use our video sponsor today, which is Lendlord, and they've got this analyzer section. By the way, if you don't use Lendlord already, you absolutely need to. There is a link in the description below. It's completely free to use. You can use it to invest, manage, and finance all of your deals, and also buy and sell deals through the platform as well. The way that they make money is by referral fees and things like that. So everything is completely free for you to use until you start taking advantage of all of the other bits, which is as a commission, and you actually save money. But if we put in this property here, we can click this and then we want to do the analysis on this. Now, the ideal situation, of course, is that you get the door number. The best way of getting the door number a lot of the times is just by clicking through the photos. If not, you can see the map and then end up putting that through. So as we can see on the photo, it's 42 there. So let's put 42 at the start. There we go, 42 Bayswater. And then the purchase price on this property, they're wanting 110,000. So let's just put that in for now. But more than likely, because it's been listed since the start of March, this is going to be a way that you can actually do it. The next thing I'm going to do is look at the rent. Now, we don't need to do that for the sake of this because I already know exactly what it's going to get. It's going to get about 625. But again, you already know how to use Rightmove for that, I hope. If not, watch one of the videos on here showing you how to do it. Now, we're going to end up borrowing about 25% cash investment there, or a loan to value of 75%, which is pretty typical. Deposit there. You've got your cash that's going to go in, which is about 30,800, including all of the fees that you're going in. 5% interest, which if you're looking for a fixed is going to be about that right now. You can still get it cheaper. It's going to be about 343. Assuming a 95% occupancy rate, then that is going to give me a 7.31% cash on cash return. For me, that is a brilliant return on investment. And then what I want to be looking at is if we've got a capital appreciation of just 5%, what is the long-term return on investment? 294%. And that's accounting for long-term inflation rates as well. But you can adjust this. Now, for me, anything that is showing above a 5% cash on cash return, I am going to investigate further. But the thing that I love about Lendlord is that it shows absolutely everything in one. So you've got the cash on cash return, the gross yield, first year return on investment, and most importantly, because you have to bear in mind, there's a combined return with property investment, and that takes account your capital growth, which you can manipulate here on the right-hand side in the long-term assumptions, but that's going to tell me the long-term return on investment. And you can change that period. So in 5 years, for example, it's 126% return. In 10 years, we're looking at a 294% return. And if I go up to the full 25-year mortgage, see what that comes out as, we're looking at a 1,000% or over that, 1,076% return. So the great thing about property investing is obviously you look at the short-term return to make sure we're positively cash flowing, which is really important for startup investors like you, like me as well. But we're looking for that capital growth, that long-term generational wealth that's going to be passed down through the generations. So make sure you're using this. Again, you could do your own analyzers, but for me, I've never seen any spreadsheet or any analyzer that takes account of so much information, and it's completely free. So the cool thing I also like within this is, yes, this is the calculator, but you'll notice it also showed the EPC, the square footage, and gave you so much more information through that. So that's the way you do it, guys. I hope that tip has helped out. Make sure to click the link below. I don't get any money by you signing up to Lendlord, by the way, worth saying that, but they are today's video sponsor. So click the link below, set up your completely free account, and then start utilizing it. And as you build your portfolio, you can use Lendlord to add all of your properties to track the rents, track the capital growth, track the true return on investment through time. Hopefully this video has been valuable. Let me know in the comments if you want me to deep dive more around some tips around Rightmove or do some in-depth videos around Lendlord. More than happy to do that, or how you can utilize its capabilities. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you did get value, just tap the like button. It takes you 2 seconds, but helps me grow as a channel. And I'll see you in the next video.